Vikings bring in Dean Lowry from the Green Bay Packers, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, I'm going to put it like this. I watched a little bit of his tape on the way home before I came and did this video. He has a high motor. That's one thing I absolutely do like about him. He definitely has a high motor. But one thing I don't like is the 0.5 sacks. It's almost just like Marcus Davenport, which shout out to Marcus Davenport because we finalized that deal today. So that's a good thing. But, you know, Dean Lowry, watching him, man, I think he would be an absolutely good depth piece. Now, I still believe that we need to bring somebody else in that's going to be a starter. Maybe it's Tonga. Maybe they're looking at Tonga to take that role, and that's why they brought him in last year, and I'd be okay with that because I actually like Tonga, man. I think Tonga's a beast, too. This guy's pretty similar, man, but let's talk about him. He's 6'6", 296 pounds. He's only 28 years old, so there's kind of a pattern going on here with what Kwesi and them are doing, and I'd much rather pay this guy the little bit of money rather than Dalvin Tomlinson, paying Dalvin Tomlinson, you know, $57 million for 4 years. We're only paying this guy like $8 million or whatever it is. Like, that's a way better deal for a guy where I feel like the production can be almost similar because y'all know how I feel about Dalvin Tomlinson, man. The production is not worth $57 million for 4 years. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's just not. So that's why this pickup actually makes a lot more sense for the Minnesota Vikings. It really does. You know what I'm saying? It just really does because a lot of times you can't just be riding off these names and stuff like Dalvin Tomlinson. I felt like when we brought him in, he absolutely was not a big splash play that people thought he was. I figured he was just a regular guy, and he showed to be a regular guy. Now, he played the run pretty well, but I'm going to tell you what, I think this guy Dean Lowry can play the run pretty well. From what I've watched, and I seen something where he was actually ranked like the 15th best defensive tackle last season. All right, so that's a little nugget right there that we can think about. Like, this guy actually, I guess, you know, so this is the thing. There's players like, remember what they used to do with Anthony Barr, right? They would say, well, you know, Anthony Barr might not be getting the sacks and might not be getting all the tackles, but you know what? The things he does, it changes the game. It's the little things. It's how he, you know, lifts his shoulder the right angle and chips a block or something like that. Like, it's one of those type of deals with this guy. Like, he does a lot of things, you know, technicality things. He does them right and he does them good. So that's something to look into. And, you know, we got to trust our staff, man. Now, the 0.5 sacks, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, like, come on, man. I think eventually we need to go for a defensive tackle, the newer form defensive tackles that can actually get to the quarterback, because when you got these quarterbacks that can move around, that's something that you're absolutely going to need, man. It's a big part of the game today, and it has to be done. Like, you have to get a guy that can get some sacks at the quarterback playing at the nose tackle position. It just has to happen, bro. But you know what? We'll take it, man. Shout out Dean Lowry. We took you away from the whack pack. Now you with the real NFC North champs. You feel me? So shout out to that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Dean Lowry. Do y'all think he was a good pickup for the Minnesota Vikings? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.